Hello, this is Katie again, and I wanted to show you a Copic blending method that I didn't show in my blending, like super basic blending video. And then also I'm going to show you how I refill my Copics with these refills here. And I believe the best price was scrapbookpal.com. I know there's scrapbook.com and scrapbookpal. I'm pretty sure it's scrapbookpal. There was a good deal on shipping, and these are just a good price, and for as much ink as is in there. And I only did this for like a couple markers. I was just replacing the marker, but this is definitely a lot more cost effective. It's going to last you a long time. So I'll show you how I refill those. It is very simple, so that if you have some that are running low or drying up, you can do that. And then I think they probably have nibs as well. So if you want to replace the little nib, these just pop out and you can put a new one in, and then it will soak up the ink inside if you have one that's damaged or something. So the first thing I want to show you is how I blended these, just because I like the way it looks. I'm pretty sure this is the three colors I used. I have YG09 and then YG05 and then YG23. And I'll do it on these ones. I know these are different stamps, but I'll do it on the ones down here. It just gives kind of it almost looks like colored pencil, but it gives it kind of a feathery look. So this is just the basic flicking technique, and I did it on the little peas as well. You just have to make sure when you're coming in from the side to stay in the lines, especially if you're going to cut it out, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you're going to use the die cut, there's that white border with the die that comes with it, and it would show if you go outside the lines. So with YG09, I will start on this one here. Just go from the corner and just keep doing flicks. And I went out of the line a little bit there. And then on this side, I'm gonna flick out. So just start your pen right at the line and you should be fine. I started this one, but I went outside the lines when I was coloring these, so I didn't finish that one. And then our next color, so darkest to lightest. So we'll take this one. We're going to start from the beginning again, but we're going to go a little bit further than these lines. So again, we're just flicking out. You can go faster if you're comfortable with that. And then turn it. We want to go back, just like I talked about in my super basic blending video, go back over the dark color because we do want it all to blend. And then we're going to take the lightest one, and again start from the corner still because we want it all to blend very well, and then go further. Turn it around. Start from the beginning, and then do more flicks in the middle, and then just kind of work on blending those. And the less you do, the more it's going to look like you can see the feathery strokes. But if you want to keep blending and just have it a little bit lighter, the more you blend, the more those will go away. So these two are a little bit different. This one has more of a lighter in the middle, but hopefully my camera is picking up how that looks. So yeah, I just wanted to share that technique with you that I used on some pea pods. This is from the hap-pea set from Lawn Fawn. And then for refilling, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So I have an example of one. I have V15, and I have the refill. You want to make sure you have the right refill. So as these come, this screws off, and then you have a little tip. So what I do, since I only use this end, the super brush that's more like a paintbrush, versus the medium broad, this is a Copic It's the same on Copic Sketch. The original Copics have more of a less paintbrush. It's a little more pointed, solid of a tip. But I just go into the end I don't use, pop off the lid, and then hold it upright. And I hold this upright as well, but I go down. And if you can see, I'll tilt it a little so you can see. Just kind of drop, one drop at a time, onto the tip. It'll soak it up. There are different, I think a couple people have done videos you can probably find on doing it by weight. So they're doing it by how much the Copic weighs when it's full. If you have a little scale that can measure very light ounces. I'm just going based off of if I think it's soaked up enough. I just keep adding drops to the tip. And then, you know, let it stand. Make sure that's closed. And let it, just close the lid, maybe let it stand on its end so it can get down to the end that you use. When I was refilling all of these, I have these ones so far that I've purchased in refills. But when I was filling them, I was just setting them up in my box of markers. And I need to find a better solution. I think I want to get a storage where they can be on their side and I can separate them by color. And I'll put that right in front of me here so I can just reach for them, because the box is getting a little, it's running out of room. So I would stand it up and just let it kind of get down to that end. But normally my markers sit in the box like this, which has always worked for me. It's not one end or the other. They're just kind of even. So hopefully that helped you a little bit, making refilling your Copics a lot easier. Taking out the nib and trying to fill it that way, it just seems unnecessary to me. Taking out a nib unless you're replacing a nib. But yeah, so there's that, and thank you for watching. Bye.